Ladies and gentlemen, today I have some life-changing Corvette C8 Z06 news because GM finally drops the hammer on dealers. Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. Thank you so much for joining me today by pressing that play button. I hugely appreciate each and every one of you for joining me. If you are brand new to the channel, we have something called the Thumbs Up Squad, and they smash that thumbs up button right off the bat, right when they click on the video. It really helps break the YouTube algorithm and shows YouTube that you're enjoying this content. So if you want to join them, please do so. If not, I understand. You can press it whenever you feel that it warrants the thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel and you don't want to miss a single one of these types of videos, make sure to smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited about this video because I just made a video talking about bad news with the C8 Z06 and Stingray because of a possible strike at GM. But today we get to talk about some amazing new news where GM is really going to take care of you, the customer. So let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. I am on the Mid-Engine Corvette forum. This is one of the best places to find your Corvette news. And also, you guys know I like CorvetteBlogger.com for my news. But here we have brand new news that says GM warns ADM dealers, and that ADM stands for Additional Dealer Markup. So let's scroll on down here. This is something that I believe 100% of you out there who were wanting to especially buy a new Z06, who are fearing dealer markup, are gonna absolutely enjoy every bit of this new news. So this says GM's president Steve Carlisle just issued a strong worded statement to its dealers about how they're adding ADM to new vehicles is in violation of its dealer agreements with them, specifically threatening allocation redirection for those who do. Now, we already knew that this was something that GM was specifically targeting for the 2022 models called ADS, and they used ADS to basically figure out how long dealerships had C8s on their lot. And dealerships that had C8s on their lot for a very short time, they would know that that dealership was not marking that C8 up. Dealerships that had C8s on their lot for a long period of time, they obviously knew that they were marked up, and that's why they weren't able to sell them quickly. But this is something going a step further than that. The ADS system was basically threatening dealerships and saying that they were not going to give them the full amount of allocations. But now, again, this takes it a step further and talks about not only markups, but also when you put money down on the C8 Z06 or C8 Stingray. So I'm going to read this entire thing. John says here, we greatly thank the Corvette Action Center for this information. Well done, Corvette Action Center, for sharing this information. It says, Dear GM dealership team, we are all very excited about recent GM news and product launches, including the Chevrolet Corvette Z06, Chevrolet Silverado EV, GMC Hummer EVs, GM Sierra EV, and Cadillac Lyriq. At the same time, we have both been working hard to meet customer demand in a time of constrained supply of inventory due to the global industry-wide semiconductor shortage. Unfortunately, it has come to our attention that in connection with some of these announcements and launches, a small number of dealers have engaged in practices that do not support a positive sales experience for our customers. This puts our collective interest at risk and generates negative press that reflect poorly on GM's brand and your dealerships. Specifically, it has come to our attention that some dealerships have attempted to demand money above and beyond the reservation amounts set in GM's program rules and or have requested customers to pay sums far in excess of MSRP in order to purchase or lease a vehicle. So we're going to get into this, but real quick, what that says to me is they actually have a set of rules that they give to the dealerships. So we know that a free enterprise has been brought up when talking about this in the past. And yes, dealerships are free to do what they want for the most part. However, you're going to see as we read further on that they actually signed agreements with GM to not do practices like what they're doing right now. And they give an example over here on the right showing that this suggested retail price is $81,300, and the dealer goes ahead and marks it up $25,000, and then they put a few other things on here for $1,890, and the total price is $108,220 for a brand new C8 Corvette. So let's go ahead and scroll on down, and it says, first, I want to remind you that GM dealers are obligated to ethically and lawfully sell GM products as stated in Article 5 of the Dealer Sales and Service Agreement. Dealer agrees to effectively, ethically, and lawfully sell and promote the purchase, lease, and use of products by consumers. Dealer agrees to advertise and conduct promotional activities that are lawful and enhance the reputation of a dealer, General Motors, and its products. Dealer will not advertise or conduct promotional activities in a misleading or unethical manner, or that is harmful to the reputation of dealer, General Motors, or its products. Providing customers misinformation about additional sums being necessary for a customer to keep a reservation is just one example of a tactic that reflects poorly on all of us. We all know what that is. Secondly, we have been advised that brokers are promoting new GM vehicle allocation. I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about here with brokers, but it says, while the majority of GM dealers do not support such behavior, a small number of dealers still continue to work with brokers despite the following reminders that this is a direct breach of the GM DSSA. Now, I think you would agree that has to be a contract that they signed with GM. And it has bulletins here, and one of them is 20.06, and it says transactional integrity and GM export policy dated July 1st, 2020, and bulletin 20-17, sale for resale or export, dated November 22nd, 2021. As stated in Article 5 of the Dealer Sales and Service Agreement, dealer agrees that it will not sell new motor vehicles for resale, and dealer is not authorized to sell motor vehicles to persons or parties or their agents engaged in the business of reselling, brokering, including but not limited to buying services or wholesaling of motor vehicles. GM will be forced to take action if it learns of any unethical sales practices or brokering activities that undermine the integrity that customers expect from the Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac brands. For the small minority of bad actors that are engaging in the conduct identified above, this letter serves as notice that GM reserves the right to redirect your vehicle allocation or take other recourse prescribed by the Dealer Sales and Service Agreement. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to your zone manager. Regards, Steve Carlisle, President, GM North America. So ladies and gentlemen, as usual, I will link this article in the description below, but I think you would agree that GM is really dropping the hammer on its dealers now. The ADS thing didn't seem to persuade dealers not to mark their vehicles up. In fact, they're marking up the SUVs and trucks now. And this is just bad business. Like I said, I do understand free enterprise, but if they've signed a contract with GM, then they need to stick by the rules of that contract. And there's a lot of dealers out there. I know they say it's a small minority of dealers, but I think there's a lot of dealerships out there who are totally prepared to break these rules, especially with the Z06. We already know that there's dealerships out there stating they're going to upsell the Z06 upwards of $50,000 to $60,000 over MSRP, and some dealerships are even saying $100,000 over MSRP. So I think you would agree that this is truly life-changing news about the Z06, especially because for those of you who were wanting the Z06 but knew that there were going to be gigantic markups, already had their deposit down early but figured out very quickly that their dealership was going to mark them up. Maybe you left your allocation in place, maybe you didn't, but if you did, now you can probably rest easy knowing that that dealership is probably going to have to change their ways and not charge you over MSRP. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this news. Again, it's all going to be linked in the description below as usual. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if you're super excited about this. And of course, if you don't want to miss a single one of these videos, make sure to smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys out on the road.